Miles don't lie.
So, we've been very busy. Haven't made any content in a while because it's been like non-stop go for 2 weeks straight. Basically, while our first video was airing, we were in Cape Cod. Flew out there on a Tuesday, flew back on a Tuesday. Solomon Grundy was born on a Wednesday, christened on a Sunday. Oh, he was born on Monday?
Yeah.
So what did we do in Cape Cod?
Went whale watching, hiked the rail trail,
Hiked the rail trail.
lots of shopping,
Did way too much shopping.
had some good muffins.
It has some very good muffins. From the what bakery? Wolf Bakery?
I don't want to look it up. Went to Cuffy's.
Went to Cuffy's.
That was an experience.
It was like the Disney of Cape Cod,
Yeah.
but not Disney.
The Disney store.
What was the highlight of the Cape Cod trip?
Oh, the thing I liked the best?
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't know. Being on the ocean.
Being on the ocean was very nice. The best sleep I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went with the in-laws. We went with our sister and brother-in-law who have a Blue Green Vacations timeshare, which is access to several different locations within the U.S. And I don't know, maybe there's even some locations outside the U.S. or, global, but most all the places we've been with them have been in the U.S. This one they had in Cape Cod, and they had a presidential suite. Now, I know that sounds real fancy, but it was basically a 2-bedroom apartment that was poorly maintained, but had a balcony that was right on the ocean. 3 floors up and gorgeous views. And so all the weird little poor maintenance issues basically didn't matter because it was a very nice location. And I think that's probably how they get away with that. They kind of know that nobody's coming to Cape Cod to sit in their hotel room all week. So they really get away with not having things maintained. And by maintained, I just mean like you'd open a cabinet door and it would like be hanging by a single hinge. The tiles in the bathroom were like laid on the floor and not adhered, so you could pick them up if you wanted. Some closet doors that were messed up, so just stuff like that. But it was still pretty clean. Like it was clean. There was nothing unclean about it. Saw some seals.
Yeah.
And learned that driving in Cape Cod is different. There's an unspoken etiquette for driving in Cape Cod.
Definitely different than here.
What were some of the things that we have happened to
Apparently
us?
we have to, people turning left have the right of way, apparently.
Yeah, so there's this unspoken, cultural, I want to say Cape Cod culture of driving, that you basically stop traffic to yield to people who don't have the right of way in many cases. We had our first clue was basically when we were there and like everybody was stopping to let us turn left anywhere we went. Didn't matter if we were pulling out, pulling in, 2-way, 2-lane, people would stop traffic and generously let you turn left or turn in or out of an area that here in Michigan, you'd get, horns would be laid. Like everybody would just be on the horn. Like, what the heck are you doing if you drove like that? But everybody was just like, kind of chill, super laid back, letting you go. But then there was the flip side, because we were obviously the tourists in this equation, where we were driving like we drive in Michigan. And the chill aspect is not present in people who are expecting you to be polite and drive the way that they drive in Cape Cod. Expletives were happening inside their vehicles as we would continue driving like we normally do in Michigan. Basically, we weren't stopping traffic to allow people who didn't have the right of way to come into the traffic or to exit the traffic or whatever. But I wouldn't say that any of this is the highlight. One thing that was the highlight, in my opinion.
I got a lot of passport stamps. We saw a lot of national sites. Provincetown, that was cool.
We did go to Provincetown. I'm really surprised that your highlight and my highlight are not the same.
Played a lot of euchre.
That is definitely not my highlight.
Go ahead, say it, because
Whale watching. You said that was one of the things we did. When I said, what was the highlight? You started listing everything else but whale watching.
Oh, I thought that was the first thing I said.
Yeah, no, whale watching was like the first thing we did. It was literally like, we got there and the next day we were going whale watching.
Whale watching was pretty awesome.
Of all the things we did, whale watching was the highlight. I know it sounds kind of lame, but it
That
wasn't.
doesn't sound lame. I don't think it sounds lame to anybody. That was definitely the highlight.
No, it definitely sounds lame to
I
people.
think next time
I'll be
I want
honest,
to
it sounded lame to me.
really?
I was like, yeah, let's go out in the water and stare at some fish in the water.
No, it's whale watching. I know exactly what to expect, and just being able to see a whale like that close, like right up next to your boat, like that was so cool.
That was cool. It was way cooler than I expected. The highlight of my trip, and I would totally do it again.
I would do it again too. I think next time we go, if we ever go again, I want to take a trip to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard.
We did, the people that we met on the boat for the whale watching did say they felt like Martha's Vineyard was a big tourist trap.
Tourist trip, but they also did a tour, like they did the bus tour. So that, of course, would be a tourist trip. I think if we did it ourselves, we could explore it on our own.
Yeah. Like ferry the vehicle we have over.
Or even ferry over and run some bikes or something.
Yeah, that would probably be better.
Because I think my sister and Kenny did ferry their vehicle over. But I'll just want to, check it off my list of places
Yeah.
we've been.
So we'll probably go back, probably do Martha's Vineyard, see what that's all about. But definitely we're going to, based on the report of these people that we met on the boat while we were whale watching, we will probably not do a bus tour. And I think the reason they were saying that is because like these buses apparently are free. And so you get their words, all the crazies was the way they described it. Like all the crazies around the bus, and some of them, according to the girl that was telling us the story, were literally mumbling nonsense to themselves.
I kind of thought that maybe they were, like, I didn't want to get into any kind of political talk whatsoever, but I have a feeling they were probably just on whichever side of the fence they sat. The other people were talking opposite, which of course I didn't want to get into it, so I didn't know which way they leaned, but I have a feeling that's what it was.
Okay. So maybe you were perceiving that differently than me. The image she was painting, the image that was being painted in my head was of like insane people on a bus, rocking back and forth. Okay. So Angie's probably got the better insight into that story, which is, it sounds like maybe there was some political views that...
No idea what their political views
we didn't
were,
dig into
and I didn't want to get into
No.
it, so...
We tend to just stay away from that topic altogether in public. I feel like we live in a time now where you can't really have what's the right way to say that? You can't have a calm, collected conversation anymore with any, like, people about politics.
Yeah, at least not without losing friends, or...
Yeah.
Just want to keep the peace.
Yeah. And then yesterday was Angie's birthday, so we've been home for a couple days. We've been home since Monday. Been working all week, and today's Friday. Yesterday was Angie's birthday. Went to her dad and stepmom's and had some dinner and some cake and ice cream. But today we're going to the Apple store to get Angie a birthday present. She doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no.
That's where we're going, and we're almost there, so we're going to end this, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, enjoy your trip from A
to Z.
Love don't